It's Kentucky here in, you got to scratch out. Take two. Psh. Hey guys, Dave with PFS Outdoors. I'm here with a buddy of mine, Cody Hodge with C T Taxidermy. It's September in Kentucky, and for us hunters, that's the best time of the year because we're getting ready to go into rut. We can get them bucks here. As you can see, we got one here in velvet that Cody's done some competitions with. If you're looking for a good taxidermist, come see Cody. At the end of our video, we'll have his information and his prices. You can see he's done quite a bit of quite well in some of his competitions. So, Cody, tell me a little bit about your C&T here and what you do and what got you into it.
So we opened in 2014. I got into it. I went to school and was going to mount just for myself. And I kind of started mounting some buddy stuff, and as I done it, everybody started liking them, so I went a little bigger and went bigger, and then finally I got to the point where I had a guy come in, which was David, to help me, and we're mounting anywhere from 600 to 800 animals a year now.
Nice.
Kind of got my start by just wanting to mount my own stuff, and once I done that, I started competing a little more, but it went to mounting buddies, and then it went to customers, and now we're, like I say, we've been lucky to be where we are now.
Right. So what's probably one of the coolest mounts you've done as far as animals?
Probably my favorite thing I've done probably was a skunk.
A skunk?
Yeah.
Wow.
The biggest thing's probably a grizzly bear. I mean, a bunch of the African stuff. I mean, it's all pretty fun.
You've done exotics?
Yeah.
You can also do fish?
Yeah, I do any animal there is.
What kind of, obviously deer mounts, I'm sure you can do full body mounts as well?
Yep. I can go from a shoulder mount to a skull mount to a full body mount. Just about anything you want to do.
Awesome. So we'll show you here a picture here in a minute. He's got a really huge moose out there. So you said that guy killed that in Alaska, right?
Yeah, that one come from Alaska. He's there now to kill another one. So he'll be back end of next week. He'll pick that one up and he'll drop another one off.
Okay, awesome. And you see, as you can see here, we're going to scan here in a few minutes and show you some really cool mounts that he's done. You can do from plain shoulder mounts, right? Just on a wall.
You can go from a shoulder mount to pedestals.
Pretty much anything that somebody wants to come up with crazy, you can make it happen, right?
If you got a picture of a deer in the wild, or you got a picture that you've seen on anything, I can do it.
Gotcha. Awesome. Never would have thought that's how you skinned them. So I never would have thought that's how you skinned them, so I mean, I guess I
hand fleshed the first part of it.
It saves a lot of time from old school having to stretch it out and like.
Still do all that.
You still do all that?
I do that first. You gotta get the big stuff off of it.
Right. If not, junk up your blade.
If not, you'll just cut them all to pieces. I mean, just about any time you shave them, you're gonna cut a hole here and there.
Right.
You can sew any of that, hide it.
How long does it take on a hide for tanning? What's the length on it?
Depends on how you tan them. You can go from acid tan to a wet tan to a dry tan. Depends on what you really want to do.
Right.
I went ahead and spent the extra money and bought the tanning machines. That way I could pressurize my tan. That way it's kind of like pressure cooking. It'll cook a little quicker.
Right.
But I mean, there's like anything. There's 10 ways of doing it.
Right.
But the biggest factor in everything is getting it right here. I mean.
And this for somebody's wall, or is this for like what you got to go through to put it onto a mount?
This will go on a mannequin.
It'll go on a mount. Okay.
And this is going to be a mount. I'll mount this deer tonight. I mean, I'll mount this deer tonight. It'll take me 6-8 hours probably.
So from beginning to end, you got about 8 hours?
I got about 12 hours beginning to end.
12 hours from beginning to end on a mount?
I got about 12 hours, and that's, like I said, it's going through here doing this, prepping the face, mounting it, and then of course I got 2 or 3 weeks of dry time.
Right.
And then after that, I'll take and do all the finished work to them. Like I tell everybody, deer's ugly till they're painted.
Yeah.
If they get something dry looking. I mean, a lot of people don't take all this stuff off, but to me, if you don't take this off, you don't get the definition. All the muscles will show when you take all this off.
On their face and the neck, yeah. The jawline show better and whatnot.
Yeah, you'll get a lot more detail.
Right.
And that's like, when I first started, I still did this, but I didn't get it the way I do now, because I didn't know back then. But
Yeah.
competing and stuff, the more you compete, the better you're gonna get.
Learn tricks of the trade.
Yeah, and then that's, like I say, my goal is in the next few years I want to try to win a world title. I mean, it's gonna take. I mean, I know I got stepping stones to do, but in the future I want to try to win a world title.
How many different states have you competed in? Or do you even know?
I've probably been to 15, 20 different states. This year I plan on going to the Nationals. I plan on going to the Worlds. I plan on going to the Small Nationals.
Right.
I got a bunch of places I want to go this year, but like I say, it's a lot of money to compete. But that's the only way I'm gonna get better. And if I don't get better, I ain't never gonna win a world title.
Right.
That's just, I don't know. Ever since I started, it's something I've always wanted to do.
It's always been a cool interest of mine. For one, I guess if you're a hunter, you know,
Yeah,
you get to see you get to see all the harvest that everybody takes in, so you get to see a lot of really cool, interesting deer and racks.
Yeah, it's a very fun thing to do. Like I told a boy the other night, he called me about training him. He's from Grayson County, and like I'll tell you about it. When you get into taxidermy, you got to plan on giving up hunting. Yeah, you get to hunt.
Yeah.
You get to hunt early bow season, but you're not gonna hunt when everybody else is hunting.
Yeah, you got to try and tag out quick, which you did this year.
I've been lucky.
That's a really good buck you killed this year. I seen it on Facebook.
I've been real lucky. The farm I got, it's a good early season farm. We've killed off of it I guess I've killed off of it the last 8 years early season.
Well, that's awesome. So it looks like obviously you can do turkey. What's the process on your turkeys, or how long do they take?
They're about the same as a deer. I run rated a year.
I didn't know how long that would take with the feathers, if it was a drying out process, or how that worked on something like that.
So these right here, the turkey fans and stuff, I tried to get them done within about 3 months. Sometimes I run a little less. The full body mounts.
On these turkey fans?
The full body mounts, you know, I run close to a year on.
Right.
But I'll do probably 25 birds a year, full body.
25 birds a year?
And that's on full bodies. I do about 60 tail fans, wing mounts, stuff like that. It's just, the biggest thing with the turkey is they take up so much space, you can only mount very few of them at a time.
Yeah. They do take up quite a bit more room on the wall,
Now,
hanging them.
Mounting them, it takes me a full day to mount a bird. They're just moving all the feathers and grooming all the feathers. They're a lot more.
It's more intricate, yeah.
They're a lot more delicate, I guess you'd say.
Delicate, yeah.
And I mean, they just take up a bunch of room. Yeah, they take up a bunch of room.
I've yet to get a turkey, so hopefully if I get me a nice gobbler this spring, I'm definitely gonna come to you and at least have you do a turkey feather.
I think a turkey's one of the prettiest animals you can get. The only thing I tell anybody about a turkey, once you got one mounted, you've got a turkey.
Yeah.
You know, a deer's a little different, a fish a little different. They all look a little different. But a turkey's a turkey.
Yeah, unless you start traveling to different regions,
Yeah,
getting the
like I said,
different kinds of them.
That was something I did this year. I went and killed a Grand Slam this year.
Did you?
Yeah,
Awesome.
That was, the birds, honestly, they're all different, but the biggest difference is the Merriam. The Merriam's got all the white in it.
Right.
They're a lot prettier.
Real speckled, kind of cool looking bird.
They're real neat.
I just think it's cool that you can communicate with them so much more. Like deer, you can grunt and they kind of come in. If you're in the really hot rut, in the spot where there's a hot doe, you know, and rut's in, they'll come in ready to fight, you know. But turkeys, you just consistently, it's like you're talking, having a conversation with them, trying to coax them in.
Turkey's funner hunting because you know you ain't got to sit there and be quiet.
Yeah.
Take a buddy, y'all can run and gun. You can go do the stuff you need to do. And with the deer, you know, it's a waiting game.
Yeah.
To me, I'd rather turkey hunt than deer hunt.
Turkey hunting's cool. I've always grown up deer hunting, so I'm an avid big game hunter.
Yeah, like I said, I've done a bunch of it, and I've been in a bunch of different states, but Kentucky seems like Kentucky's known for our deer.
Yeah.
You know, we get a lot of out-of-state people. Early season, we get a whole lot because people get the velvet hunt.
Right.
And that's everybody's dreams to kill a velvet deer.
Well, I got a buddy that was drawn for the Kentucky bull crossbow.
Really?
And he's going to leave in about a week and a half. So if a buddy of mine that I've hunted with for probably 15, 20 years, so I mean, if he gets a bull, Kentucky bull elk, he's definitely going to get it mounted and you've done one of his already in the past as well, one of his whitetails for him. So he'll probably come here. We'll do another video on that if he gets a big kill and get it in here and get the mount video on
like
it.
Say,
awesome.
End of September, I'll have usually 3 to 5 bulls come in. This year, we've already started. We've got one bull in the walk-in in there right now.
Oh, really? Nice.
It was killed in Colorado. But we'll get, give or take, we'll get 5 to 6 bulls a year. A buddy of mine got drawn for the gun hunt this year. So he leaves September 25th.
Yeah, I think the same buddy of ours.
Yep, probably.
so
yeah, he's leaving the 25th, which I'd say he'll kill a bull.
I would say so. With firearm, you should be sitting pretty. And I'm looking forward. I told him to give me some videos on that too. So
yeah, he should kill a bull. I don't see why he wouldn't.
Unless he's a bad shot.
I've got 5 or 6 bulls to be in here that weekend. Like I said, my phone's rung off the hook the last week of people calling, getting prices, what they need to do, how they need to do it.
Right.
So, I mean, it should be pretty good.
And I don't know if we covered it earlier, so you can also do just about any small game as well too, like rabbits, squirrel, any kind of birds like ducks.
Yeah, I can do ducks, I can do fish, I can do squirrels, bobcats, predator, anything that's got a fur, a feather. If it lives and breathes, I can mount.
All right, awesome.
So,
Awesome.
Yeah, I do a bunch of them per year. I'll probably do, I don't know, 30 or 40 ducks. We'll do 15, 20 fish. A lot of people now is getting to the point they want to do replica fish, so we don't get to do as many fish.
Right.
I like mounting the regular fish. With me, that's more of the trophy.
Exactly. I know that the fish is not swimming around anymore. It's mine.
Yeah.
That's the way my take on it is.
The biggest issue people get now is they look at it as a game fish. They don't want to kill them, but at the same time, you know, that's the trophy is that fish.
That fish, and then the benefits, you know, is the meat from it. I love eating fish.
And then the biggest thing I've got, and I tell anybody, is, you know, if I don't have that fish, I can't give you the exact look of that fish because, you know, I don't know where that scale laid at or how it laid,
right?
Anything like that.
Appreciate it. Give us a subscribe below. Call Cody. We're gonna have his information here with his price list, and give him a call. And he's very quick. And I had him do my deer. He got it back to me within right at a year or less than a year. And I've referred a handful of my buddies to him, and he's done a good job. Everybody's been satisfied with his work, and obviously the judges have been too. So give us a subscribe. Give Cody a call when you get that big buck, and we'll show you some cool mounts here.